Rush Hour for Wednesday, November 1st. I'm David Kaplan. It's brought to you by your Chicagoland Chevy dealers. Drive what Bears quarterback Justin Fields drives at Greater Midwest Exteriors. If you need work done on your home, awesome company. Greater Midwest Exteriors, GMEChicago.com. All right, let's get into this. Bears made news today. Some good, some not so good, and some downright concerning. Let's get into it. First of all, newly acquired DN Montez Sweat arrived in town. First thing he did, meet the media. He said, I haven't even been to my locker yet. You people are getting me raw. Here we go. All right. He was affable. He was surprised about the deal. He was excited. Said he plans on playing against the Saints on Sunday in New Orleans. And then he was pressed multiple times on the subject of a contract extension. He said it's going to come down to the financials, the people in the building, my teammates, etc. I got to get to know everybody. But he said, I just got here. The first thing I need to figure out is where I'm going to lay my head tonight. So people are, how could you not have an extension done already? This is the dude's life. He needs a moment. Let him catch his breath. It's going to get done. Okay? And then Ryan Poles came to the mic and he said, yeah, I'm very confident we're going to get a contract extension done. They do have the franchise tag. The kid's going nowhere. He's not going to be a free agent. He seems excited to be a Bear. He acknowledged that the Falcons were involved because he's from Georgia. But he said, the Bears wanted me more, so I'm here. Contract's going to get done. So all of you who are critical of this deal, you're wrong. A second-round pick for an impactful player like this, one of the better at his position in the league, relax. We need more good players, not less. Also, Jaylon Johnson spoke today, said he'd not be happy if Sweat gets his extension before he gets his. But when asked, he said, I've said this many times, I still want to be a Bear. I want to be here. That led us to Ryan Poles speaking today. Ryan Poles said he's confident they'll get the extension done with Sweat. He said, I have a great relationship with Jaylon Johnson. We spoke again today, and he still believes there's a good chance they're going to get a deal done. He said, we'll see. He said, I was not going to let him get out of here unless we got a late first, early second round pick so I could find another Jaylon Johnson potentially. But he said, we love him and we want him to be here. Hopefully that will get done. Now, the concerning running backs coach David Walker was fired today for an HR violation after a warning before. He violated it again. Gone. Glad the Bears acted quickly. But guess what? That's your second coach that you fired in 6 weeks or forced out with an HR violation. And we don't have a culture problem? Who's vetting these assistant coaches? That leads us to Ryan Poles when asked about Matt Eberflus. And you're not going to like this because it really ticked me off. And I'm a Ryan Poles guy. Everyone knows that. I've been clear. I think he's going to be really good in his job. And I think he's done some really good things. Okay? When asked about Eberflus, he said, what I see every day where I see him address the team and I see his approach through adversity, it's stable, man. And I know in the outside world it doesn't look like that. And I know it looks like we're far away. But this dude comes in every day and just keeps chipping away. He has high integrity. The people he brings in here, he's done the work to make sure they're the people they're supposed to be. Again, we hold that standard. If it doesn't follow that and people aren't acting that way, they're not here. But the way he holds everything down is incredible for how loud it is, how tough it is. Okay, Ryan, again, I'm a fan of Ryan Poles because I think he's good at his job. He's made mistakes. They all do. But I think he's getting this thing turned. That guy is not a good football coach. Maybe he's a good DC. Maybe he's the kind of guy you want your sister to marry. But I don't want him as the head coach of my favorite football team. That's a fact. And in front of the media, he's truly awful. And that's your representative. So if you're going to keep this guy here, and I'm terrified you may be doing that next year, get him a goddamn media trainer and tell him, when you're asked a direct question, please give a transparent answer, because Ryan Poles is among the best I've ever seen in Chicago from coach or executive do that. He was great today. Your coach, he's horrible at it. And your team won 3 games last year, and you're 2-6 this year. So it really, really was concerning to hear this effusive vote of confidence. Just say, look, I like Matt. He's working hard. We all got to be better. That's all I needed to hear. Didn't like what we heard. Did not like what we heard. Also, Packers GM Brian Gutekunst said, not sure yet if Jordan Love is Green Bay's QB of the future. Bulls at Mavericks tonight. Bulls are a 5-point underdog. We'll have the recap coming up tonight after that game right here. And Josh McDaniels, the GM and the OC, all fired in Las Vegas by the Raiders. Have a great rest of your night. A little concerning there. Take that.